Cause of death was apparent the moment they stepped into the hotel room. The hilt of the knife rose from the girl's naked chest like an obelisk from the desert floor, at a slight angle due to the position the body had adopted as she breathed her last. Strangely, though, the scent wasn't as bad in here. Still that sweetness, like rotting fruit, but masked by a harsh chemical odor. A sequined dress lay discarded on the floor, a record of how the night had started. Trapp grimaced, sure this was every woman's nightmare. A camera shutter clattered on the other side of the room, and one of the spacesuited medical examiners glanced up from the viewfinder, a quizzical expression on her face.
Can I help you two, gentlemen?
We'll stay out of your way.
Pope couldn't be bothered to go through the whole charade all over again.
Just here to take a look.
Don't touch, okay? If you want to see something, just ask.
You got it.
Pope shot a thumbs up in her direction.
Found any prints?
Nothing. The knife's clean, as far as we can tell. Won't know for sure until we get the body back to the lab. But there's bleach everywhere. On the body, the sheets, the couch. Whoever did this even dumped it down the sink. I'm not holding my breath.
It's him.
He closed his eyes, picturing the body he'd found in the tent that night, just a few days earlier. The memory was bracketed by the glow of flames in the darkness and the acrid scent of burning canvas, but the positioning of the knife was a close facsimile, like a singer playing his greatest hits, a slightly different riff on a familiar tune.
How do you know?
Because I've seen this before. It's his calling card.
This guy we're chasing. We think we're chasing anyway. Why would he leave us a piece of evidence like this? We've got nothing. No proof, no witnesses, nothing to tie this murder to the refinery attacks or the lone wolf terrorists or any of it. So why help us out and give us a fighting chance?
That's exactly why. He thinks he's 10 steps ahead of us. Maybe he's trying to make it interesting. Maybe he just has no idea we're after him.
Are we? We've been chasing Scraps on the wind this entire time. Even now, what proof do we really have? Maybe you're just seeing what you're hoping to see. Anyone could have killed this girl.
Yeah, maybe you're right. You said it yourself, we're chasing Scraps. Waiting until he screws up again. But what else do we have?
So how does this help us anyway?
Tells us about him. Speaks to his state of mind. Up until now, I figured whoever was capable of pulling this off was cold, rational, single-minded. But he isn't. The Saudis were right, he's a psychopath. He kills because he has to, just to feel alive. And if we're lucky, that's how we'll get him.
What are you suggesting?
Let's turn up the heat on this asshole. We have the personnel file the Saudis sent over, right? It's time we released his photo to the press.